right, folks. Hello, hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I have two work from home opportunities for you all. One is going to be for General Electric, and the other one is going to be for Instacart. Now, this particular role for General Electric is actually going to be a part-time role, and then the other one for Instacart is going to be a full-time role. Now, I'm going to start with the part-time role, and I'll show you how much this role pays. But just a heads up, the one for Instacart pays a lot more. It's a much higher range, but I do want to show you the part-time one because this was a special request. Now, this is for a social media customer care rep. Please ignore the location. These locations are fully remote, but the ones that they list out as far as the job location, this is just where they have some of their offices because some people actually do like to go into the office. So if you want it to be like a hybrid sort of employee, then you would have to live in these locations to be able to go into a physical office. Otherwise, this role is fully remote. But what you'll be doing as a social media customer care representative is you'll be acting as the frontline representative of GE appliances to the general public. Now, the agent supports and resolves problems through various means like email, chat, the ratings and review board, and you might do some social messaging, which is down here at the bottom. So basically, they want you to respond to inquiries from consumer emails and web chats across a variety of topics about purchasing, how to install something, basic troubleshooting, use care, and you may even have to respond to occasional complaints. Again, this is no phones. It's not something that you're going to have to deal with. You may even be asked to somewhat respond to these inquiries via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or other social media platforms for GE. So this isn't a heavy job. I mean, if you can answer emails and chat questions, like you do that all day on Facebook anyway, so it's not a heavy job. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Now, for the qualifications, they want you to have some previous customer service experience with the written forms of customer service. So if you've ever done chat support, web support, any type of customer experience really kind of qualifies. Good communication skills, computer literate, strong typing skills, and the possibility of weekend work. So nothing too heavy, right? And again, the salary for this position is right at $17 an hour. I negotiate everything, even if it says non-negotiable. I'm still like, yeah, I'm still going to negotiate because I like $20 per hour based on my experience. So that is just a quick little part-time job that is, really good for those that already have a full-time role or those that might be in college or, maybe you have kids and you can't work full-time. This is a pretty decent job to start out with. So for our second role, this role is going to be for Instacart, and it's going to be for the Trust and Safety Specialist. Now, please don't let that title fool you. It's not like, some top secret agent or something that requires you to have like a criminal justice degree. It is actually similar to a role that I did a while back. So if you've ever worked in like maybe loss prevention, you've ever worked in compliance, billing support, customer support, even like retail support, this is going to be a role that you'll fit right into. So as it says down here in the overview, Instacart's trust and safety team takes data-driven customer-first approaches to ensure we are in compliance with local, state, and federal regulations regarding grocery fulfillment. That just means that they want to make sure that there's nothing fraudulent or wonky happening with their operations with the whole grocery delivery thing. So you're working with, or you're working as part of an internal team. This is, again, not a customer facing role where you're talking to customers on the phone. It's not that at all. So it says here, this role will include a blend of areas from reviewing transactions in real time to prevent fraud, and identifying fraudulent activities or patterns, and handling internal escalations to provide services through the Instacart platform. Now, this is a 6-month role. However, I do want to give you a heads up that many of the roles that are, contract roles, do give you the option to convert to a full-time permanent employee, as long as you've had good attendance and good performance reviews during that period. So even though it says it's 6 months, there is potential for it to convert to a full-time role, depending on the things that I just mentioned. Now, about the job, you're going to review user submitted data for completeness and accuracy. You're going to also maybe review some transactions. And overall, you're going to identify trends and anomalies in the workflow to just make sure that people aren't reporting things fraudulently. As it says, communicating emerging customer-facing or shopper-facing issues and concerns to internal and partner teams. So again, you're working with internal people. You're not talking to customers, and you're basically just making sure that there isn't fraud happening across customer accounts. This is just a fancy way of saying that. So they want to make sure that you have a year or two of professional experience, either in identity data processing or support related fields, or a strong academic record. So they're really not being picky here. They're saying, hey, if you've got customer support, technical support, any type of support, or even if you're a new college student and you've got a good academic record, you make good grades, they are open to you applying for this role. They want you to have familiarity with Microsoft Office or Google Suite, Zendesk, which is just a ticketing system. You don't really need to have a ticketing system. You don't need a lot of experience. If you're not familiar with it, just go to Zendesk on YouTube and, become familiar with the general workings of, the ticketing system. So here's a video that says Zendesk tutorial for customer service, how to use Zendesk. You want to just make sure that you can at least have a general understanding of what that ticketing system is. And then the rest is strong, clear communication skills, and maybe weekend or holiday availability. Nothing heavy. And again, this is a remote role. So as far as the salary goes, that's the fun part. They didn't openly list their salary on their website, but I did go to Glassdoor to see what a trust and safety specialist makes. And right here, they're estimating $58,000 to $89,000. If you were to get the $89,000, I think that converts to somewhere around $43 or $44 per hour. If you're on the higher end, and yes, you can actually negotiate for more than that amount. So those are the two roles. Again, the first role was a part-time role. This second one is a full-time role. Let me know down below if you have questions about anything, or, if you apply for these roles, please let me know when you've applied. And if you need help with your resume, if you need templates, I do have that down below in the description box. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.